Linden for Aftv. I'm here with Mr. Onno Roelofs and Mr. Cyprian Maroa on the Sanec Business Dinner 2013. Mr. Roelofs, you're a Dutch entrepreneur. What is Sanec? What does it mean to you? What do they do for you, and what do you do for them?
Well, to me, Sanec is a very valuable partner. Sanec is a bilateral chamber of commerce, but they actually do more than just the work that you would expect of such an entity. They partner. I have a very close relationship with them. They're a good matchmaker. So every time I go to South Africa, to Johannesburg, for instance, there's always a lot of business opportunities that are created by Sanec, new contacts, new insights. 1 month ago I was actually in Johannesburg. I was initially only planning to go to Cape Town, and then Sanec gave me a call in which they said there is an interesting Indaba and you fit right into the program, so could you make it to rearrange your trip to fly to Johannesburg and give us a presentation on your experience in the port of Rotterdam. So that sort of thing is very interesting to me, because I can share my ideas and I can share my experience with the larger public, and it actually yielded a lot of valuable contacts for me. That's just an example.
Yeah, it sounds like a very good opportunity. Mr. Maroa, from your perspective, what is it worth getting this type of support and these connections in Holland as a developer?
This is absolutely perfect. Sanec, without Sanec, this would not be possible. I'm from the Development Bank of Southern Africa, and this opportunity creates that perfect platform for us to meet entrepreneurs and share with them the opportunities in South Africa. This is a beautiful platform for which I would like to thank Sanec for making available to us.
And as a development bank, you do development work. How exactly do they help you? Do they find you sponsors or just contacts? Do they find you investors?
At the moment, our focus is infrastructure development in the country. Most of the countries in the region, Sub-Saharan Africa, they're looking to develop infrastructure. Now, private sector plays a role in closing that gap. So what Sanec does is to introduce us to specialist companies that have specific knowledge around certain infrastructure technologies. And what we do is then finance these companies in South Africa and share with them the opportunities to carry on their business, which is what they do best, and we're there to give them support. In the end, what's important is to really provide infrastructure in South Africa and the region.
And tonight is going to be the finals for the best idea of South Africa. Are you looking forward to it? Do you think there'll be an idea for you that you can use?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to these young ideas, and I'm hoping that they learn from the experience of the established players. I'm looking forward to finance the opportunities and the ideas and grow them to bigger companies in South Africa.
And do you think you can find like a wedge in somewhere where you can support this initiative of the best idea of South Africa?
Well, first I would actually have to know what this best idea is going to be. But yes, definitely, there's a lot of opportunity, there's a lot of support, and events like these bridge gaps between companies such as the DBSA and my own. So I am confident that I'll be able to find this wedge.
Thank you very much, and thank you for agreeing to this interview. Thank you.
And as you just mentioned, we've been asked to stay a bit longer in the Netherlands, which is always a great thing.
In the winter, not in the summer.
Well, I'll get a little bit of the summer, and then I go back to South African winter, which is not too bad compared to the winters here.
Tell me, tonight, Sanec, what is Sanec in reference with South Africa?
Well, Sanec is a very important partner for South Africa and also for the Netherlands. So it's a bilateral chamber of commerce between the two countries. So it's where business people, both South African and Dutch, get together and do business. And tonight is, of course, a celebration. It's the annual dinner, so we're all pleased that we've done a very good year's worth of work.
But tell me, where are the opportunity and possibility for the Dutch in South Africa?
Well, the opportunities for the Dutch and for Dutch business in South Africa is absolutely enormous. I mean, some of the things that people don't often realize is the Netherlands is the second biggest investor country in South Africa. The only country that's a bigger investor country than the Netherlands is the United Kingdom. The Netherlands is South Africa's sixth biggest trading partner. It's the fourth biggest long-haul tourist provider to South Africa. So the Netherlands is really a very important country for South Africa. What's also interesting is of all the countries where South Africa invests, the Netherlands is the fifth largest country where South African investment goes. So the economic ties are extremely very strong. There's lots of opportunities that cross across the full spectrum. And areas where we're pushing quite hard at the moment, and where the Dutch embassy in South Africa is also pushing quite hard, is in the area of the water sector and also in the energy sector. So those are areas that they're looking at in particular. From a South African side, we're looking at the automotive sector, at the agricultural sector, at the chemical sector, and where we believe that there's sort of additional niche areas that we can go into, because the relationship between the two countries is enormous.
I'm a Dutch guy. I'm living in the European Union. I'm reading the newspaper, crisis here, crisis there. I'm listening to Peter Goossens, and I'm listening to the opportunity. And I want to make use of the opportunity. How to succeed? Do I call you?
Yeah, well, you can call me, you can call the South African Embassy. We've got an economic officer inside our embassy. You can also make contact with the Dutch Embassy. The Dutch Embassy has also got a very good economic officer there. There's two teams that are always available to help you. Another point that I'd like to make to you is that the economic relationship between South Africa and the Netherlands, in fact, started in 1652.
Which year?
1652.
Whoa.
When the Netherlands established a trading station in South Africa. And my ancestors, I heard you mentioning my Dutch background, but my ancestors went to South Africa in 1667, so very, very near to the first Dutch settlement in South Africa.
But where are you originally from? The name?
Well, the Goossen comes from somewhere in the southern part of the Netherlands, but on my mother's side, we come from Edam.
So you're actually a cheese guy.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I was very happy to find out.
But somebody told me that you're not a soccer player, you're a rugby player.
Yeah, no, well, we like serious games in South Africa, to be honest with you.
Manhood.
Hey, what do we say? I mean, you know what they say about football.
Tell me.
It's a gentleman's game played by misbehaving people,
Okay.
and rugby is a misbehaving game that are played by gentlemen. So I don't give you the proper explanation.
What do you expect of tonight?
Tonight is a night for celebration, so I think it's
Why?
going to be a fun evening. Well, it's a year of hard work that we've all put into strengthening the ties between our two countries. And so tonight is when we come around and we all congratulate one another of having done very well, and because we have done well. The ties between South Africa and the Netherlands this year are stronger than the ties that were there the last year or the year before. So.
In Holland, Holland become very diverse, so I said I'm happy to be part of tonight, and we do it the Suriname way.
Yeah, that's also a South African way, by the way.
But it is. Thank you very much.
Ciao.